Now, one of the best things about being in this organization is the allies that we have made throughout the district. And I want to introduce you to one of the most important allies that we have across the bridge, and her name is Vicki McFayden.
Yes.
And she and her friends have started, I believe, one of the newest chapters of Peace Action, Bay Ridge Peace Action. Come on, Tom.
Hi. I have to admit that when I first read Sally's email, I thought, well, I'm not going over there. I'm spending the day with my grandchildren. And then I got a phone message, and I thought, well, it's Sally and it's Steve, so I'll call a couple people who agreed to come with us. And, you know, I love my grandchildren, and I love my daughter on Long Island, but I have 3 children, and my oldest son is in the military. He's a decorated veteran of the first Gulf War, and he's been in Iraq twice. It was pretty scary, and actually this time he came back and said he was thinking of retiring. He's in the reserves, but they told him that he wouldn't get as much of a pension, and gave him a promotion, so he's still in. When he came back the first time, he called me from the airport. He has a wife and family. He said, I called you first because you were the most worried. And in the middle of that conversation, he said to me, you know, Mom, the Iraqi I got close to was my interpreter. And we had started to talk about our families and stuff. But he was kidnapped and beheaded. And at that time, you know, I was just so glad that he was home in one piece. It didn't hit me how that must have affected him. The second time when he came back and said that he was thinking about retiring, it occurred to me that, well, if my son is thinking about retiring, I know him well enough to know that he doesn't feel that he's fighting for democracy for the Iraqi people. Steve, it's much more important to me to have the endorsement, have the candidate that I support have the endorsement of Peace Action than anyone else. Because though the funding was defeated, it was defeated with Republican help. And for the past few weeks, a lot of peace groups have been agonizing over playing games, frankly, with the funding for political reasons. And I know Steve won't do that. I trust him. I know he'll go to Washington. I know he'll have the moral integrity to vote his conscience and hopefully inspire others to do the same. And that's why I'm here tonight. Thank you.